Intruder, identify yourself.
Hello and welcome here. We're up against, I don't know what their clan name means. If someone could tell me, that'd be helpful. But we were up against these guys, and they seem to be hog users, so we generally went with anti-hog bases. This isn't really an anti-hog base that Petunia made. It looks more like a butterfly, and I'm not sure how it would actually defend against most armies. Right now you can see that Bader, however you say his name, is luring out the heroes and the clan castle. He's doing a pretty good job about it. But what it ends up is he doesn't have enough troops to take out a level 4 dragon and both heroes at the same time. And he ends up using up all his clearing troops, all his non-hog rider units, just trying to take out the heroes in the clan castle, and he's still got the archer queen up. And the dragon. Sorry, I missed the dragon. So basically, that dragon's just going to tear him apart. Dragons are pretty good against hogs. Obviously, as you can see, it's not really doing much against hogs that are in a heal spell. It takes it like 4 shots to take one down. But he's using hogs against a Town Hall 9. Obviously, he's going to do some real damage. They got no Inferno Towers and all that, and no Third Expo. And everyone knows, I assume, that hogs are what you want to use against a Town Hall 9. But as you can see, of course, this clan castle and archer queen, I'm sure most of you know that with those up, a hog attack is going to do like 1/10 as good as it could do. Because if you don't have enough hogs to keep taking down the defenses, you're going to be left with half the defenses still up when you got to deploy like 20 archers, and that's it. And that's not going to get you even a 50%. But it's looking good for him now. He's at 48%, and his king is going right there, 49%. And right now, the archer queen pulls him over. He beats down the archer queen, and that dragon takes him out right before he can get the 50%. That's a 49%. I'm surprised that some of them didn't do better than they did, because they were actually ghosting our bases a lot. And the guy who ghosted the most, I actually find it funny, he ghosted like for 2 hours straight practicing his attacks, and he got a 30% when he attacked. It's not this guy. This guy was effectively retaliating because he's the first guy I attacked. He decided since I attacked him, he was going to attack me. And I actually have an anti-hog design, as you can see, because I wanted to turn one of my Infernos to single target, and if I turn one to single target and don't have an anti-hog design, I can easily get 1 or 2 starred by hogs, even from a weaker Town Hall 10. So I guess he's not... These guys didn't seem that skilled, I guess. Maybe they hadn't been pushing long. They weren't farmers. So they attack, anti-hog bases like this one with hog riders and expect to get, a 2-star on someone with maxed out defenses or close to it, everything but archer towers. Although this guy does have level 40 heroes, and I guess he's expecting that to save him. I see too many sort of new cup hunters, the ones who just upgraded their base and their heroes. They think that their level 40 heroes can just carry them through. And it doesn't always really work, especially against someone as upgraded as I am. Your level 40 heroes will do a lot of damage to my base, but it won't guarantee you a win unless you've already taken out a decent amount. And I mean, he's running all those hog riders right over my traps. And watch that top group of hog riders. When you see a double gap in a base, you probably don't want to use hog riders, because if they're smart, they're going to place 2 giant bombs there. And you can't heal through more damage than hog riders have health if it happens all at once. I guess now would be as good a time as any to flesh out my opinion on ghosting. Personally, I don't use it, and it annoys me when people, like weaker people, who aren't as skilled at attacking just ghost my base for an hour and 2-star me when I go through and don't use it at all, even though I have the option. And as far as Supercell's stance on it, recently there was a post on the forums from Supercell that they consider ghosting against the spirit of the game and unfair gameplay, and they are actively trying to find a way to block it without, hindering the attacks of legit people and making it harder for them to attack because they have to go through, are you sure you want to attack? And then they accidentally disconnect, just legitimately disconnect during the 30 seconds before the attack, and then they end up losing their attack if you change it. So clicking the attack buttons and saying yes, you want to attack uses up your attack. So they probably can't do that because it could inconvenience some people who aren't trying to use unfair gameplay and practice their attacks. I'm not gonna, go out there and tell other people, hey, you shouldn't do this. Well, I'll probably say you shouldn't do it, but I'm not gonna say, hey, you can't do that, it's against the rules. Because Supercell can't really ban anyone for it because there's like 1 million people who use it, or probably more. But they have taken a stance against it and are trying to find a way to fix it. But I'm not gonna go around saying, hey, don't do that, except for my clan. I don't want to really see my clan doing it. If we win clan wars, I want it to be a legitimate win, not one where we had to practice over and over and effectively fight through the clan wars 20 times to actually win it, and we can't just win it based on our own abilities and our own armies and all that stuff. But I can see why people would want to use it. They're getting unfair matches. I mean, you're getting some clan with, level 7 walls and level 10 heroes getting matched up with a clan with level 9 walls and level 25 heroes. And they're at a major disadvantage. And then say that clan with the level 9 walls and all that ghosts them to practice so they can 3-star everybody. Well, then it then seems fair to do the same to them. So I guess I don't really think much less of people who use ghosting if they're being ghosted and being paired against really unfair clans and all that stuff. Because, I mean, what else are you going to do? You want to win. Everyone wants to win. I want to win. I've been really focused on winning in my clan, like almost overzealous about it. And people are asking me, well, why are you against ghosting if it would make us win? I'd rather lose with dignity than win with cheap methods, personally. But I'm not going to impose my views or my morals on other people unless I have to be in a clan with that person every single day. And I'm not really going to impose. I'm just going to say, no, I don't want to see this. Since I'm a co-leader and other people agree with me, I don't want to see this. I catch you. I'm going to talk to you, and please don't do it. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there. If you get a decently fair matchup, you can actually, 2-star at least their mid-level guys. You don't have to be the most skilled person in the world. Like Crimson gets paired against, top 100 and below clans. And like their mid-range guys have level 7 walls, level 2 Inferno Towers, and, sort of Town Hall 8, Town Hall 9 kind of defenses, all the rest of them. Most people, if you have max dragons, if you have not even a max go-wee-wee, if you have even, level 1 witches and level 3 golems, or the other way around, you have level 2 golems and level 2 witches, you'd have to get a really specific clan castle and have someone with the max level version of whatever your lower level one is to donate to you. But you can still 2-star them, even if you only have 1 hero. If you don't have 2 heroes, if you have like max dragons or maybe max loons or hogs, you can do it if they have the right base design and inferno setup. And even then, if you can't do that without heroes, you can probably 1-star one of their top 5 guys if they haven't been taken by someone else. So you don't really need to ghost, even if you're not the best attacker in the world. Most people, if you have a even decently fair matchup, it might be a little skewed one way or another. Most of your players, all except your bottom quarter, should be able to 2-star anyone, at least in the middle, if not higher up from the middle of your opponent's clan. What ghosting does is you get all the practice you need to be able to do that all, in one go. But honestly, the best thing for it is to just get out there and attack stronger people in matchmaking. Like, I've done probably, since I had the 5,000 wins before profiles came out, just judging based on time and activity, I've probably done something close to, over 20,000 attacks. And that really helps me be a stronger attacker. That's why I can go in and 2-star a fully maxed base without ghosting, or 3-star a lower base sometimes, but a lot of times I just mess up and still get the 2-star. But given those 25,000 attacks or whatever, the amount of times I've lost attacks is staggering. People wouldn't even take my advice if they realized how many thousands and thousands of times I've lost. And that's how I ended up getting good at attacking, is by finding what doesn't work and also finding what does work. I mean, I found what does work for taking out witches in the middle of the base. I found what does work for getting your golems to go the right direction with Golem, Witch, Wizard, Golem, Wizard, P.E.K.K.A. But I've also found what doesn't work for deploying your troops and when you shouldn't deploy your heroes. Not because someone told me how to do it. Some people have helped. I've gotten a good amount of help. But the best thing was going out there and trying it and watching my heroes go around the base or my golems go the completely wrong direction and all stack on top of each other. Instead of left, right, center, they all just go straight in. And then I usually end up failing the raid or only getting 1 star. So don't be afraid to go out and lose. Some of the best advice I've ever gotten was one of my instructors at the academy, at the fire academy, said, this was after I was already a firefighter, it was a supplementary class. He said, anyone afraid to fail doesn't deserve to succeed. Ghosting is the mark of someone afraid to fail. Get out there and fail. I know it'll hurt your clan if you fail in Clan Wars, but that's the only way you're going to get better. Look in Clan Wars and see who you can, 2-star, and then pick the guy like 2 above him, the guy a little bit harder. You might only get 1 star. You might even fail, but you're going to do better the next time, and better the time after that, and even better and better. Like, when I started Clan Wars, I hadn't used GoWeWe in, 2 months, 3 months, or something like that. So I started on that guy back in my first war. He was way preemie. He had, like, level 4 wizard towers, level 6 and 7 walls, and I was using a maxed out Golem Witch Wizard with level 30 king and 38 queen. Would normally be complete overkill, but I barely got more than the 2-star, and then I tried someone harder again because I was just getting back into the groove of it, and harder, and now I can just go almost blindly into a fully maxed base with like level 11 walls or level 10 walls, level 40 heroes. Obviously, I do inspect the base a lot, of course, check where my best points of lure are. That's a major thing in Clan Wars. You have the time to go in and look at their base, and even if someone's attacked them first, you get to know what's already in the clan castle. So that really helps. You can completely tailor everything you bring, your spells, your troops, everything, completely to what they have in their clan castle and the design of their base. And you can select their clan castle and see, can I lure it from the outside? If it's a good design, you might not be able to, so you're just going to have to meet it in the center, and you don't waste any time or troops luring the clan castle. And where to lure the heroes. You can check the ranges on their defenses and their mortars and stuff, so you know where you can safely place down your troops when you're killing the heroes in clan castle. I mean, you shouldn't even really need any other advantage besides that. Like, you can check, like, take, for example, the Inferno Towers. You can now, with Clan Wars, you can click them and see if they cover a certain area of walls, so you'll need to freeze them before your wall breakers go in so they don't kill your wall breakers. In regular matchmaking, you can't do that. You're like, is that 9 squares or 10 squares? I don't know. And then they kill all your wall breakers because you assumed it was 10, but it was actually 9 squares. And then now you can't even get into the core and you get a 1-star. This raid right here was kind of a fail because my lightning didn't kill one of the witches, and it really got my heroes hung up on them so much that my barbarian king ends up dying before even making it more than 1 square into the core. But anyways, back to what I was saying. This is a huge thing in Clan Wars, that you can check everything about that person's base, and if it's already attacked, you know exactly what's in the clan castle, and then just sit there and look at it for a few minutes and think to yourself, what's the easiest way to get to the town hall? Which way should I come from? If I can't lure the clan castle, do I want to bring a jump spell so everything just jumps right into the core? You know, can I use balloons and minions on this guy? Is enough of his expos down, or his Inferno Towers positioned right or on single? But in the end, it just takes a lot of practice. And practice is the only thing that's going to make you truly better. Ghosting mostly makes you better on one design, whatever the design they have. But just practicing and failing on a bunch of different designs will give you much more skill with your army. And eventually it'll just make you a better raider, not just for, Clan Wars. It'll make you a better raider for cup hunting, and vice versa. You go cup hunting, and you come back and attack bases like this. It's like, oh, that's so easy. I've attacked way stronger people, and I got a lot of practice with my army. So now I want all of you to go out there, attack someone you normally wouldn't attack, and if you lose, you lose. But try and gain something from it. Just knowledge from it. Even if you get no knowledge just as you're raiding, go back over the replay like 5 times if you have the time, and see, okay, where did it go wrong? Why did I lose? I've seen people use that army to beat a base like this, but how come I wasn't able to? And you're like, oh, I deployed my wall breakers too early, or my freeze too late, or I deployed my minions into a spot where they eventually ended up next to a wizard tower. I shouldn't do that next time. I got to think about that next time. So you'll end up doing much, much better, and you won't be, breaking the rules or playing unfair, and you will just go throughout all your attacks, both farming, clan wars, and trophy pushing, that you'll be better at attacking. I know it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, but the worst thing I hear from people is, I say, you should be able to 2-star Town Hall 10. Why are you just going for the 1-star? That guy could have been 2-starred with this army, and I know you have the troops for it. It's like, well, I'm not you. Okay, it's a good thing you're not me. You're you. But you can do it too. I'm not some special magic guru who snaps his fingers and gets a 2-star. I spent a lot of time doing this, and I know a lot of people don't have the time to do it. Do it as much as I do, or get to that point as fast. But, just try it. Try it. You'll get it pretty quickly. You'll surprise yourself. Like, I got back into the swing of 2-starring maxed out bases in 6 or 7 attacks. Watch 5 videos on it, just 5 to 10 minute videos when you have the time, and try it out 10, 15 times, and slowly work your way up, and you can be 2-starring maxed out bases. And you don't need to be some special magic clash guru. You just gotta try. Just get out there and try, and you're gonna surprise yourself. You're gonna do a lot better than most people think they can do. Everyone seems to sell themselves short. And that's if you've never tried the army before. If you've tried it before, it'd be 2 videos and 6 attacks, and you'll be up to 2-starring a decent Town Hall 10 with no problem, just after looking over their base for a minute or two. But anyways, that's all I have to say on that subject. Just try something you're not comfortable with. That's how you get better. Comfort is the enemy of advancement. But anyways, back to the war. I'm just going to let my golem die at that point. And what actually messed me up, almost messed me up, it works still. So my barbarian king goes in, and he goes for the core, but my archer queen was going for that X-bow, and the X-bow got destroyed by the wizards, and she almost went for a ring around the whole base. But my king already beat down that town hall. This is right before I started upgrading my queen. I told you I started upgrading her to 40 in my last video. And I popped that royal cloak once it starts to heat up a little bit. And just dropped the rage. I didn't really need the rage, but I wasn't sure how long my king would last down there. And I just get the nice 2-star and just save hero time because I'm going right back to farming. I did this right when I woke up. And we ended 70-32. They only attacked 39 times. It might be because we got out of the gate really strong and just started immediately with like 40 stars before they'd gotten 5. Or maybe they were a little inactive or something. But whatever. I got some good loot. They didn't really touch our top guys. Like, he's the highest up guy that they attacked. For the most part, they just attacked our Town Hall 9s. Like, they attacked some Town Hall 10s. But yeah, they focused most of their attacks all on those Town Hall 9s. Well, we hit every single one of them. There were a ton of good attacks that I wish I could show you, but then this video would be like an hour long or something, and I can't even upload something that long. I also found that name interesting, Wi-Fi X Strong. There's a Wi-Fi X Smasher, you know, in like the top 10 or top 15 players. I wonder if they know each other, because that's not exactly a really common name. But I don't know, I'm just going off on a random tangent there. But yeah, I got a nice 945,000 of each and 4550 Dark Elixir. And they actually got more average destruction than us. I got a lot of ideas for videos to come out soon. So keep an eye out for them. I'm going to be posting them. And that should just about wrap it up for this video. Thanks for watching.